Good evening, everybody. Today is Sunday, February 22nd. This is the market ahead review for the week beginning February 23rd. Going over economic data for the beginning of the week. I don't see anything for tomorrow. We have some FOMC speaking at 7 a.m. I don't see anything that should impact things too much for tomorrow. I'll go over the rest of the week tomorrow in more detail, but going into Tuesday, we have on Tuesday, I don't see anything, any red folders that should impact things. A few orange folders in here, Richmond Manufacturing Index. I don't see that impacting things too much. Wednesday, I do not see much more FOMC members speaking. Excuse me. And then Thursday, we have unemployment claims at 7:30. That should be interesting. That should definitely give us some movement there. And then coming up on Friday, I think Friday, that'll be definitely some data that we're all looking for, some core PPI month over month. They are lagging, as you see that number there, due to the government shutdown from last month. However, the numbers there should move the market a little bit. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button like this video, and then also hit that bell so you can get future notifications of any videos that I make. Also, if you go down and hit the more, open up the description, you can join our Discord community for live trading. And that is from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. And that's going on for free right now until the end of the month, so take advantage of it while you can. Let's go over earnings for this week. So earnings, let's see, tomorrow before the opening, I don't see anything too earth-shattering for the opening tomorrow. Domino's shouldn't do anything. After the close tomorrow, I don't see anything after the close. If you're in the dietary stuff, the him and hers, hymns, that seems to be the big craze these days. Everybody you look at these days, you can tell that something's going on with them. Tuesday before the opening, Home Depot, that should move some things a little bit. NRG maybe a little bit. And then after the close on Tuesday, let's see, I don't see much that should impact things on Tuesday because I think everything is leading up to NVIDIA after the close on Wednesday. Let's see before the open on Wednesday what we have there. I don't see anything too earth-shattering there. NVIDIA after the close on Wednesday, Salesforce, Snowflake, those could definitely get some movement in the market after the close on Wednesday. Leading into Thursday, I don't see anything pre-market on Thursday. RBC, maybe a little something there pre-market on Thursday. After the close on Thursday, they'll maybe give you a little something there. See anything else after that. And then Friday before the open, I don't see anything there as well. So let's get into broader markets and some futures there. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button, like this video, and then also hit that bell so you can get future notifications for future videos that I make. Pretty whippy day on Friday based on the tariff announcement from the Supreme Court. I don't think it's over by any means. I think that this administration has a plan B, C, and D. I think they anticipated this results here from the Supreme Court. So are they happy? No. Do they have a plan to continue to fight on? Clearly, because I think President Trump came out and was issuing blanket tariffs over the weekend, 10 and 15% across the board as it stated. So craziness at about, I think it was 10 o'clock when it first happened here. However, still, kind of holding strong here a little bit, but still flirting with this 20 and the 50-day SMA right below it, sitting at 69.3344. In order to move higher, you're going to have to regain that tomorrow morning. And then if we can get above that, hold it, I think we start pushing back into new highs at 7,014, which is the old high. And then the all-time high at 7,043, which sits right in this regressional trend line that I have sitting here from June of 2025. And then if we can get above that, 7,043, I think we can push to the higher end regressional trend line, sitting at 7209. On the downside here, you can see it's very choppy here, but this is a nice little speed zone that I think we can definitely regain. and it looks like it wants to regain that right now. But on the downside, if we do lose some of these numbers, I think this is a big level to hold tomorrow, 68.97.75. If we lose that level, I think we come down to the 100-day SMA sitting at 68.86.18. And then this lower end regressional trend line that I have here since June of 2025, sitting at 68.82.13. I think that'll be a good level of support as well. Let's get down and look at the SPY. And the SPY, again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up button, like this video. SPY, we are above the 20-day SMA, which was sitting at 689.12. That's a good sign. And want to push higher, you want to regain that 690.06, and if we get regain that 690.06, I look at it to possibly push into that 691.66, which is December 25, the monthly high. If we regain that, I think we start pushing into new highs as well at 697.84. On the downside, if we lose the 50-day SMA, it's sitting at let's say 687.49. You're going to get downside into 686.37, which is February 13th of this year's high. And then if you lose that, I think you're going to pull back into the close from last Thursday, which is sitting down here at 684.47. That's pretty much my thought on the SPY for tomorrow. I'll go over it more in detail tomorrow morning as the markets open up tomorrow morning. But this is what I'm looking at right now going into tomorrow. I like the speed zone here on the NASDAQ, what we're looking at here, that it's slowly but surely filling. So if we can regain that 25,139.5, I love us to push up into this 25,247.5, 57 rather, and then above that, and it comes right into line with this regressional trend line that I have here from June of 2025, and then it push into September monthly high at of last year, 25,270.75. And then above that, you have the 20-day SMA at 25,329.84. And then if you can get above that, I'd like us to push it to this regressional trend line that I have here from October of last year, sitting at 25,413.77. This is a nice little speed zone that I think that if you can get above that 25,199.5, I think you can quickly move higher tomorrow or this week, to fill this downside movement that we had here from February 12th. On the downside, if you lose this 24,887.75, I think you're going to come down and test the low from February 18th at 24,752. Below that, I think you're going to test Friday's low, sitting at 24,678.5. If we lose that, I think we come down and definitely going to test that February 13th low at 24,581.31. Below that, you come down to that 24,495, which is August monthly high of last year. And if you lose that, I think there will be some significant downside. You come down to February's monthly low at 24,239.75. But right now, it looks like, as choppy as it may be, it looks like it's trying to push higher right now. So I'd like to see some pullback longs tomorrow. They're looking at it right now, but we'll see what happens tomorrow morning before the market opens. Lastly, let's get a look at the Qs right now. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video, and then also go down and join our Discord community for live trading from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. Same thing here on the Qs here, pushing higher. I'd like us, if we can get above this regressional trend line here at 610.47. You can see how it's respecting it. This was Friday, this was Thursday, this is Wednesday. Came up here, tried to push higher, and it kept knocking it down. Now, mind you, I've had this regressional trend line here. I drew this from June of 2025, so it's pretty amazing how it comes up and it respects these levels. So you have all these algorithms that know that where these levels are coming in and they're respecting it. So if you can push through and get above this, this is a nice little speed zone here. Let me just get that, get rid of that. That will fill this speed zone here. So you get above that, I like us to push into that 617. If you can get above this 610.52, I'd like us to push into that 617.52 level. And then if you can push through that level, I think you got 629.21 on the horizons there, and above that, you push into that all-time high at 637.01, and above that, you got a midline regressional trend line here from June of 2025, sitting at 641.42 on the upside there. On the downside here, you want to hold this high of from February 17th, 603.95. If you lose that level, you come down and test the 628, which is December of last year's monthly low. If you lose that level, you come down and test February 13th low at 596.49. And then below that, you have the February monthly low at 594.76. If you lose that, you come down and test October 2025's low, 590.36, and below that, you have 583.32, which is August of 2025's monthly high. But we are chopping around right now. We are sitting here in a channel here, so this is a level that you're going to have to regain tomorrow in order to get some more upside. 610.40 is what we're looking for on the Qs in order to push and get some upside here. So let's look at Tesla. Again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, hit that bell for future notifications so you can see future videos that I make. Go down in the, hit that more area where it says the word more, go down to the description area so you can join our Discord community. And for live trading, that's free right now. That's going on to the end of the month. Come on in there and see some live trading that goes on. I go over some basic strategies along with some advanced strategies as well. Tesla, what a mess Tesla is. However, it's still respecting all these levels. This all-time high that was set in previous all-time high from November of 2021, 414.5, is still giving us big time problems. Cannot get through that level. Look at how many times it's tried and it's failed right here. Thought we're going to get it right here on February 13th, and then came down and lost it with authority. And now it seems to be a major level that we cannot get above. And then Friday, wow, is all I have to say. When that announcement came in, I pretty much took my hand off the mouse and just sat back and watched. And it, for trading options and that kind of whippiness was crazy. So that's all I have to say. But now, after you look at it, it looks like a nice clean range, right? So it respected this lower end regressional trend line that I drew from the all-time high set from December of 25, and it's at the midline here. So this is a really nice level that seems to be holding here at 406.73. So if we do not hold this level tomorrow morning, I would say that you're going to get your downside, and you probably could get to this downside and come down here into this regressional trend line that I have here from January 5th of 2023, sitting at 395.09. And then below that, you have February a year ago, 2025's monthly high, 394. Could be a target if you do lose this regressional trend line sitting here at 406.24 this week. And then below that, we also have, let's see here, we have some open point of control levels here at 365.90, set back in September 11th of last year. And then below that, 365.90, we have open point of control sitting at 333.78. Those of you that are new to the channel here, I have my point of control levels that are automatically generated. And this yellow line right here, it shows where the heavy volume is traded during that one particular date, 15-minute chart on that one particular day. So right here is a point of control level where a lot of volume is being traded. Here's another level, and I usually leave these levels open. And what does that mean? That means that like when the market closes, it closed here, this sets a point of control level. Well, I would draw this level here until the market comes back and touches it. And so on Friday morning, here this level was open and it was sitting at 409. Well, the market opened up here at 412. And so it came back down here, and this level was here Friday morning. Now that the market opened and actually it opened pre-market down here and closed this point of control, so it's no longer an open point of control level. So what I showed you down below, we also have some open point of control levels sitting up here. We have an open point of control level sitting at 434.71, and then above that we have one sitting at 455.07 from January 5th of this year, and then above that we have ones. I know it gets a little noisy up here, but it's 478, and that is from December of last year. So I leave those levels open too, and it's just a different way that I put different levels up here for when I'm trading and when I'm trading my options. So let's take a look at the options type of trade that I make. which is a 5-minute opening range trade. So this is what I have on here. It's another script that I have on here, and it plots the first 5 minutes of the day. And this is on my screen, so I know that when it breaks one way or the other, I'm taking a trade. So it's a very simple trade. Now, it's not my only trade. It's what I go over just to give people a base and a guideline on how to develop into their own trader. So and to make their own trade books. So here is the 5-minute opening range from Friday. The range was 405.05 on the low side, and then on the high it was 408.87. So when the market breaks, you can take your trade long if it breaks on the high side, and then you go short if it breaks on the downside. So a lot of times it'll make the range and then it'll sit within this range, and then it breaks out one way or the other. On Friday happened to break the second 5 minutes, and then it stayed above there, but it was extremely wicky. However, you still would have managed, the range here, you broke 408, and it didn't go as high as 414, so you could have gotten $6 out of that move. Now, how does that translate into options? Well, if you were buying, so basically, if I think the markets are going up, I have my calls up here on the top left, and I have my puts down here on the bottom if I think it's going lower. So if I think it's going higher, for every dollar that this equity moves, this premium price moves in increments. Probably, I would say for every dollar, it probably moves like 30, 40 cents. So if this moves $6, and you call it 50 cents, if this moves $6, you could have gotten about $3 out of your premium here. So if you bought a premium, let's hypothetically say it was trading at $2.50, and this moves $6, you would have gotten $3 out of this move. This would have been from $250, it went up to $550, would have made $300 on a one lot. And that's pretty much the basic gist of it. Now, the trading that I do, it's more advanced, but I go over this. This is your guideline of where your entry is going to be. Now, I go over when I'm about to make a trade, I talk about, okay, the first thing I look at is where's my stop going to be? Not how much money am I going to make? Where am I going to get out of this trade if it's going against me? Because there is no trade that's 100%. You have to understand that when you make your trade book, you are making your trade book based on probabilities. And so when people go over their trade strategies and they do their back testing, they say, okay, well, out of these trades, however many trades that you back test, 1,000 trades, 2,000 trades, how many times does it win? How far does it go? What's my stop loss? And there's all kinds of things that go into it, of which I can teach people, but it's, I can't do it in a 20-minute little video here. But trading, it can be very rewarding. However, people think, oh, if I'm going to get on here, I'm going to make $1 million. Well, no, it's work. You have to put work in order to have a quality of life. And it's a type of life that you can do this anywhere you want. But if you put in the time, you're gonna get what you put out of it. So, anyways, that's all I have for today. Again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, like this video, go down in the description, join our Discord community for live trading from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. And that right now, currently, that is going to be for free until the end of the month. So if I don't see you in the trading room, I'm going to be tomorrow morning for pre-market analysis at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. So look for my video and have a nice night. Talk to everybody tomorrow.